Hello everyone, my name is Solanix. Today I am going to be teaching players how to play Splashyard. Today we are playing around with Cannoneer. Enjoy the video. Judging from my opponent's first two cards, Bowler and Barbarian Barrel, I am still unsure what they could be playing, since they are popular cards in this meta. I am going to play defensively until I know what their win condition is. My opponent is running this popular E-Giant deck. This is very popular in the meta. The #1 player in the world last season used this deck. This matchup is a tricky one. If my opponent sets up a massive push, I won't be able to counter. The good news is my opponent does not have any counters to my graveyard. I know my opponent is going to bowler in the back. When they do, I am going to play my baby dragon and graveyard to get good damage. My opponent will then be forced to defend, not able to build a strong push. I will then be able to use the solo bowler on the other side to activate my king tower with the support of a troop and tornado, giving me a huge advantage in this matchup by having my king tower. Perfect. Everything happened as I planned out, preventing my opponent from forming a push, getting damage on the tower, and getting my king tower activated. I am in position to win this game if I play perfect the rest of the game. This is a very skilled player. They were almost in the top 1000 last season. They have also once placed in the top 50 in the legacy system.
Doing it for the fans.
This looks like another E-Giant matchup again. It is crazy how popular this deck has grown from last season. Because I have high suspicion this is an E-Giant deck that is the exact same deck as the last match, replacing Knight with Valkyrie. I am going to do the same strategy I did last match by doing my baby dragon graveyard combo when my opponent bowlers in the back. When playing Splashyard, you normally don't want to make any graveyard plays until it's double elixir. But since this E-Giant deck is so popular, I have played this matchup hundreds of times. I know my opponent does not have any counters to my graveyard, and I will always be able to dish out damage. I am going to explain this so you understand the strategy behind this. The graveyard's primary focus is not to get damage on the tower, It's to not allow my opponent to build up a strong push after placing their bowler in the back. I also take advantage of the bowler by getting a king tower activation. I was able to do this strategy to 2 different top 1000 players back to back. This is one of the rare matchups you want to play aggressive with Splashyard. I was able to win the game playing this way. However, if I played this aggressive in any other matchups, I would lose 9 out of 10 times. This deck is a mirror matchup. The only difference is that my opponent has Princess Tower while I have Cannoneer. This is going to be a hard match for me to win. My strategy is going to save my poison for the graveyard. There will be times in double elixir where I will need to play poison for offense. When I do, I am going to need to hope I can cycle back fast enough to defend the graveyard, or hope I can play strong enough defense without my poison. If my opponent plays this matchup perfect, I will always lose this matchup